Hello, today I'm going to talk you through getting one of these, which is a residency permit in Egypt. It's quite a complicated process, so I'll take you through it step by step. So first of all, if you're only coming for less than 30 days on a holiday, you don't need this. You can get a visa either online or at the airport, which costs you $25. So this residency permit is only for if you're going to be staying more than 30 days. So if you, for example, if you're a student, or you're going to be working here, or you're going to be traveling. So I use the Tarabot service, which is more expensive. You've got to pay an extra $65, but it does make the process a bit easier for you and expedites it, so you get your permit a lot quicker. So I'm going to talk about the Tarabot service. If you don't want to use that, you can just use the standard service as well. I applied for the permit in the Cairo Abbasiyah office. If you are in a different city, either in Sharm el Sheikh or Hurghada, it might be a different process, so I can't comment on that. I will just take you through the process that I went through in Cairo. So first of all, I'll take you through the fees and charges. The cost of the residency permit is approximately $150, and I don't think it matters if you get 3 months, 6 months or a year, the price is the same. To use the Tarabot service, there's an additional $65 that you have to pay to Tarabot to expedite it, plus another 250 Egyptian pounds, which is also paid to Tarabot. And the benefit of using Tarabot is you automatically get 6 months residency permit, and they can deliver either at home or you can collect from their various offices around Cairo, and it's a much reduced processing time. So what do you need to take with you? And this is really important. Make sure you have all the paperwork in order, otherwise you will be delayed. So you need your passport, you need a passport size photo. You only need one photo, so if you've already got one, great. If you don't have one, you can go to any Kodak centres in Cairo and they will take passport photos of you. I was charged 120 Egyptian pounds for 8 photographs. If you don't have one and you forget to take one with you within the compound and also on the road leading to the Abbasiyah office, there's lots of places where you can have your photo and also photocopies made, but it's best to get it done before, just to save you the hassle. So you also need 2 photocopies of your photograph page in your passport, and you need 2 copies of your visa entry. And if you got an online visa like myself and don't have a visa entry in your passport, then take 2 copies of the entry stamp that was done at passport control. You also need a copy of your rental agreement. So some people have, and some of the documentation mentions that this needs to be signed by a government official, but mine wasn't, and they didn't ask for that, so I think I was lucky on that. But some people have been asked to go and get it verified, and then that's an additional cost. And then on top of that, you need a receipt from a bank within the last 7 days showing that you've exchanged $150 into Egyptian pounds. I don't know why that's needed, but it's one of the requirements. And then lastly, you need $65 in cash to pay for the Tarabot service, and that has to be in dollars. You can exchange $150 at any bank, but it has to be done within the last 7 days. And make sure you get that receipt and take that with you. I would advise you to exchange it at a bank before you go, because you can, again, they do have a bank, Mr. Bank, within the office, but the queues are huge and you'd probably be waiting anything from 45 minutes to an hour to get your turn, so it's best to do it before. I went to the Abyssinia office in Cairo, and I will put the link in the description below for Google Maps so you can find it easy. I got an Uber there and I was dropped off at one side of the building, but you weren't allowed to enter from there, you could only exit from there, and I was told to walk around and go to the other side of the building. So when you get to the building, you have to go through some metal detectors, and they'll ask for your passport and some checks to even get inside the building. And once you get in the building, find the escalators and go up the escalators up to the 3rd floor. The escalators only go up to the 3rd floor, so get up to the 3rd floor, and once you get to the 3rd floor, then head to the opposite side, the other side of the building, the back of the building, where you'll find some lifts or elevators, and take the elevator up to the 5th floor. That's where the Tarabot services is. If you're not using the Tarabot service, then I think it's the 3rd floor that you go to. So when you come out the lifts, you will see a reception area for Tarabot. So if you go up to them, the ladies there speak English. Just tell them that you want to apply for a residency card. They will take a few details off you. They'll take your passport, enter your details into the system, and they will ask for 250 Egyptian pounds. I think that's their fee for just entering on the system. I'm not quite sure what that was for, but they'll give you a receipt for that, and they will give you a Tarabot form to fill in, plus a ticket number. So take that form and fill it in. There's only a few questions on it. One of the questions is where you want the card delivered. You can have it delivered to your home address or wherever you're staying, or you can choose one of the various Tarabot offices within Cairo to pick it up from, if that's more convenient for you. I chose to pick it up from the City Stars Mall. So once you've filled the form in, go and wait near the Tarabot windows, which are 9, 10 and 11, and wait until your number is called out. Once your number is called out, go up to the window and give them that form that you just filled in. They'll ask you for $65 in cash, US dollars in cash. You can't pay that in Egyptian pound, you have to pay that in US dollars, and you give that to them, and then they will give you the Abyssinia application form to fill in. So you take that form, fill that in, and within that, it's like a booklet, put all your paperwork in there, all the photocopies, everything, like your photograph, everything that I told you earlier in the video to bring, and then speak to one of the Tarabot people that are stood in front of Windows 5, 6, 7 and 8, and they will give you another number, and then sit down and wait for your number to be called. Once your number's called, go to the window, hand over the booklet to them with all your papers in there, and they will go through all the papers, make sure everything's in order, check it all. If anything's missing, they'll send you to go and get a photocopy, or and there is a photocopier on the floor which they charge you 10 Egyptian pounds to make any copies. And if there's anything else missing, you can fill that in and go back. Once they're happy with all your paperwork, they'll give you a coloured slip and send you to the bank. So the bank Misr booths are just right next to the booths that you were just at. There's no number system here, so you just join a queue and you take the slip and you pay for your residency permit, and it's roughly 150 US dollars, but you pay in Egyptian pounds. So the 150 US dollars that originally exchanged at the bank covered the cost. I was 80 Egyptian pounds short, probably due to the exchange rates, but roughly it'll be $150 equivalent, your fee that you have to pay. So you pay that to the bank, and they will give you a stamp receipt, and then take that back to the window of the person that you were dealing with before and give them the receipt. Once they've got that receipt, they will hand all your paperwork back to you, as they did in my case. But in some cases they ask you to sit down and they will call your name out, and when that paperwork is ready, and give that to you. That's what happened to one of my friends who went. So once you got your paperwork, they'll send you to the other side of the floor. I can't remember the booth number, but they'll tell you what number it is. But you go over there, hand them all over your paperwork. You join a queue again, another queue, and this time, this is the last queue. They will take your photograph and take your fingerprints, and then that's it. You are done. They will tell you, yep, everything's done. Hand back your passport. Make sure you get your passport back off them, and they will say, yeah, your card will be ready in 7 days. So in my case, the card was ready after 4 days, and I had a phone call from them saying it's ready for collection, and I went to City Malls and collected. So hope that's been helpful, and it'll make it a lot easier for you when you go, and a lot less stressful. If you've got any questions, put them in a comment and I'll try to be as helpful as I can. Thank you for watching. Bye.